Hello and welcome to Faith is Hope. I'm Dave. I want to start with this. I call out the lies and the deceit that I see. Doesn't matter where I see it or who's saying it. If it's not the truth, God's truth, then I'm going to say so. I'm not anti-government or anti-education. I'm anti-Satan, and I will call him out every time I see his works or hear his lies. I will not close my eyes to the evil and the harm being done to others. I know it's time for everyone to look at what's going on in our country and around the world and stand up and call out the lies and deceit that we're seeing. That being said, there's an old saying goes like this: there are none so blind as those who will not see. That little proverb was credited to John Heywood in 1546. For the most part, it's believed that these words of wisdom came from Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 21. Hear this, O foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but see not, who have ears but hear not. So, let's talk about seeing and not seeing. Do you know anyone who, for whatever reason, has lost their eyesight? Do you think they chose to be blind? Or that if they had the chance to see, they'd say, no thanks? So why are people now choosing to turn a blind eye to what's going on around them? What do you think Mr. Heywood and Jeremiah were talking about? Well, to put it simply, truth. See, truth is light. So when you ignore or deny the truth, you're choosing to live in darkness. The problem isn't with our eyes. It's with someone, and he's much more dangerous. Have you ever heard someone say that to get along, you have to go along? But when you know that something isn't right, that it isn't true, and you turn a blind eye to it, you go along to get along, then who's really blind? You or the person without eyes? So when you look in the mirror, what do you see? The reflection of yourself. But what if you get plastic surgery or change the color of your hair? You've changed what you and others see, but does that change who you really are? No, it just changed the wrapping, but it didn't change the gift inside. There are no surgeries or drugs that can change what God has created. Sure, you may change the appearance of what God creates, but you're not changing how God sees you. We can't lie to God. We can lie to ourselves. We can say God made a mistake, but that would be a lie because God doesn't make mistakes. The world lies. Mankind lies and makes mistakes. But God? No. God's perfect, and we're all created in His image. But that perfect image was placed in an imperfect world that's run by mankind and influenced by Satan. You look in a mirror, you only see what the mirror reflects. But no mirror has ever been created that reflects how God sees us. Evil is dark. God is that light in the darkness, that light of truth. Man didn't create the truth created man. We have government leaders, the media, educators, telling us that if a male wants to identify as a female, or a female wants to identify as a male, that we have to accept it and treat that person accordingly, without question. Okay, let's go with that for a minute. I now identify as the President of the United States. Everyone must accept it, and no one's allowed to question it. So, how well do you think that dog's going to hunt? No lie has ever helped anyone. And when you just accept a lie, you also have to accept the chaos and confusion that lie creates. Life isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. If life was easy, we wouldn't need God's help to get us through it. No one can change what God created, but this world can destroy it. If you ask this evil world a question, you're going to get an evil answer. And if you accept the lies and deceit, they're going to destroy you and what you are. God created each of us, and only God can change us. And sometimes God does change us when He decides it's necessary, not some doctor, not some surgery, not some drug. I don't believe that lying to or for someone will help them, but I know that it can really hurt them. If someone insists on living a lie, living in darkness, then I will respectfully say goodbye, without judgment or condemnation. And if they ever want to talk, I'm more than happy to talk with them about the truth. If you've accepted Jesus, don't choose death by choosing to live a lie. Don't choose destruction when choosing salvation is as simple as asking Jesus Christ for it. Who we are isn't a name, a gender, or a skin color, because who we are comes from God. He created us. And what we make of ourselves is what we give back to God. Hey, I'm Dave. Join me next time when I talk about Satan and what he looks like. Until then, I'll see you at the rest area.